Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes was the first car to be ever made before 139 years ago. The first Mercedes car was Benz Dreirad-Wagen. It had single-cylinder, iron block, head and 1x1 BBL carburetor and displacement of 58 and can travel 10 miles per hour. The Mercedes company was brainchild of Carl Benz, the famous engineer whose name forms the Benz name in today's Mercedes-Benz car brand. Carl Benz was very mechanically minded from an early age, and as a young man, he joined the Karlsruhe Lyceum where he excelled in the study of physics, a prerequisite for any budding engineer. Although his tuition fees were the equivalent of 2 months' pension for his widowed mother, she was determined to provide the finances to support her son's budding interest in the internal combustion engine. After trying his luck as an immigrant in Austria in 1871, Benz returned to Germany, opening a small workshop in the Mannheim area, where he began the development of a new two-stroke engine. In 1883, Benz formed his company, the Benz & C. Rheinische Gasmotoren Fabrik Mannheim. Their number one priority was to design and manufacture a car powered by the internal combustion engine. And so in the spring of 1885, a prototype saw the light of day for the first time. It was one much like the one you see in the Museo du Caramulo. The tricycle managed a distance of 1,000 meters at an average speed of 12 kilometers per hour, on a public road. Carl Benz's new tricycle was far from crude. It boasted technology which we still find in our cars today. It had a water-cooled engine, electronic ignition, a mechanical differential and automatic intake valves as well as rack and pinion steering. The tricycle, with its two-stroke single-cylinder engine placed horizontally under the seat, also had a vaporizer or carburetor to provide the air-fuel mixture for the combustion process. The engine developed 3/4 of 1 horsepower and delivered it between 250 and 300 revolutions per minute. That power was transmitted to the rear wheels via 2 chains, which in turn drove a differential. Let's see what people from this time think about the Benz Dreirad-Wagen.
That is amazing! Oh, I almost just stalled the oldest car in the entire world.
To start the engine, you need a strong arm.
I take the ignition on, air for the carburetor.
It works. It's the Benz.
So the steering tiller, very light. It's actually a super light steering mechanism. So just slowly push it forward. You push it forward and that's how you move it. That is just amazing. And then the brake is just a pull back. So basically the engine operates at a fixed RPM and then you control the speed using a clutch-based lever. And there we go. Look at that. Honestly, this is easier to drive than just about any modern car because there are no pedals, there's no gear shift. It's just essentially a belt to the rear wheels. You push it forward and that's how you move it.
The car's first big journey was made in August 1888, by none other than the pioneering Mrs. Bertha Ringer Benz, Carl's wife. She left Mannheim at 5 in the morning with her 2 children, aged 14 and 15, and headed towards Pforzheim, a journey of about 100 kilometers. After several stops and manual assistance during the more steep climbs, the adventurous Mrs. Benz arrived at her destination. At a time of inadequate women's rights, the first recorded trip by car would go down in history as having been made by a middle-aged housewife, proving not only the value of this new means of transport but also the equality of women in society. The Benz prototype in the Museo du Caramulo is a replica made by the English manufacturer John Bentley, under license from Mercedes-Benz, during its centenary in 1986. Mercedes-Benz AG is headquartered in Stuttgart, Baden-Württemberg, Germany. Mercedes-Benz AG produces consumer luxury vehicles and light commercial vehicles badged as Mercedes-Benz. From November 2019 onwards, Mercedes-Benz badged heavy commercial vehicles, trucks and buses are managed by Daimler Truck, a former part of the Mercedes-Benz Group turned into an independent company in late 2021. In 2018, Mercedes-Benz was the largest brand of premium vehicles in the world, having sold 2.31 million passenger cars. Nowadays the latest Mercedes-Benz car is Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan E450s model with 4-wheel drive standard, which is powered by a turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-6 engine which can generate 375 horsepower and can go from 0 to 100 in 4.0 seconds. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.